Luke, are you ready to get started? I think it's 29 people. We should not keep people waiting too much.
Yeah, I am. I've got the what.rs ready.
Cool. So there's no so again, the actual one I spent weeks organizing, like, gathering questions and then ordering them and making sure there's a theme and everything. For this one, not at all. It's just kind of jumbled together.
Right then. And you kind of sprang it on me as well.
Well, so Luke, what did you vote? Like, we can talk about the answer because this is how it's going to work at your arrest, right? We can talk about it, and then people can vote in the meantime. Also, people of the chat, you can change your answer until I hit right, until the answer is revealed. So you can change your mind.
Right. So I didn't vote anything because I haven't got the room code yet.
It's on stream. It's VBDX.
Oh god, the stream. VBDX.
Yeah.
VBDX. All right. Does this compile? So I just sort of explain my thought process as I see your quiz being mean to me.
Sorry, Zperk13 is asking, am I allowed to say my reasoning in chat? Yes, you are. Or what do we do? Or do we do that only once? I don't know. Yeah, you can tell your reasoning. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah.
I mean,
well, I have a Discord server. You should join it.
In my life, I have seen an error message going like explicit call to drop, but I feel like this should be fine, right? This doesn't look. I'd never write this, so I don't know. And you might be messing with me, but I feel like that should compile. So I'm gonna vote yes.
All right, we got 69% votes, so I'm gonna reveal the answer. Oh, 72. Wow. The answer is no. It doesn't compile. There's an error just for this. In fact,
an explicit call to drop or something.
Yeah. You just can't. But explicit use of destructor method is no good.
Here I thought it was. Oh right, and I understand why. It takes a mutable reference, not by value. So that makes sense.
I mean, so that's what I was thinking, right? I was thinking, yeah, because then you could drop twice.
Mm-hmm.
But because the receiver of drop is a mutable reference, it's not like you can actually move out of self. You can move out of, you can replace fields by some other value. You can like memory place or something, swap.
But I think for deallocating stuff and the like, and closing files, I think we just have at most one semantics for drop, right? Is what I would guess.
I mean, the error exists so that you can't do it more than once. But yeah. I don't see a problem with it calling it more than once. I don't know.
You can free something twice, which would be bad.
No, because you have
it would make all the implementations of drop much more complicated.
No, I disagree. Because if you have invariants, you're supposed to have them upheld at the beginning of drop and at the end of drop. You can't leave things deinitialized.
Say I have this struct that wraps a raw pointer to some data.
Yeah.
And in my destructor, I free the raw data. But now if suddenly it's possible to call the drop function twice, then I need to handle the case that the data has already been freed, making my logic much more complicated. Whereas if I know it's only going to be called at most once, my drop function, I can just say free the pointer and don't do any logic.
I think it's a bad practice because what if you add a method that frees the pointer anyway, and then you arrive at drop and it's already free? Like I feel like you should have some other piece of state that tells you if the pointer is pointing to something or not. But agree to disagree.
Yeah. And the drop function clearly agrees with me, doesn't it? Even though I got the answer wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh. No, this can't compile. Can it?
Maybe. Oh, I need to practice because it's going to be a recording for a podcast. I need to practice describing the slide. So does this compile? We have x equals 5. What is the type of x, by the way? You get bonus points.
X is an I32.
I believe that's correct. It's gonna coercion, not coercion, whatever, like type inference is gonna fall back to I32. And then we're trying to cast it to a Boolean.
I think you just have to do equals equals 0 or equal to equals 1 to get true or false out of this as you like. You have to be explicit about what you do, I think. I know for a fact that reinterpreting...
I don't know, because like enums with discriminants, you can always cast them to the integer representation. Right? Isn't that kind of like an enum?
I mean, yeah, suppose that's true. But I'm staying true to myself and going with my first guess, which might be wrong, but yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Way!
Yeah, you can't. Sorry to the 7 of you who thought you could. This isn't C. You can't just cast things to... Hey, Sete. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I saw you were having trouble joining, so welcome. You missed like a couple questions, but you can jump in. Don't worry. Yeah, compare with 0 instead. Next up, does this compile? Enum, my enum with representation I32. So there's no variance at all, but you say you want the discriminant to be I32 specifically.
All right. So,
which I think would then,
ready for the thought process?
The size of this would be 4.
4.
And then the discriminant would always be 0.
I'm going to say, essentially, this is... you want my thought process now?
Yeah, sure.
This is essentially a never type, right? It cannot be constructed. So...
You're correct. I didn't notice that, but that's true, yeah.
So therefore, I feel like it would be justice to let you get away with this, because it doesn't matter. There can never be an instance of this type. So I'm going to say yes.
Sure.
Just because I feel like you should be allowed to
cast your vote. It's democracy in action. Yeah.
And cast your enum to I32 because I think it should be allowed.
Yeah. Well, you're wrong.
No.
This one, a lot of people got. No, you cannot specify the... So one thing I've discovered going through all possible error codes for Rust C is that if something is harmless but also useless, there's generally an error to prevent you from doing it. So for example, one I didn't include, but like if you specify the same bounds twice, Rust C is like, no. Remove the duplicates, which is annoying for macros, but...
Oh, the compiler will see that and put the enum discriminant in there.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
What's happening in chat? Hang on. Lambda calculus. You can mem transmute it though. Yeah. Reference to packed structs. All right. Wait for us. We're trapped in an ad. Okay. Oh wow. I didn't trigger the ad. Crap.
They're advertising for a Tron game, Amos. Is that what you stand for?
Oh my god. What is Switch doing?
The ad is over for me.
Okay,
the ad is over for me.
I haven't streamed in a while, but
somebody says 30 seconds.
I'm a grandpa. Okay, I streamed like 5 years ago, and when I did, you would choose when the ad break was, so that you could put on the ad, go drink coffee, and come back.
I think you get like a certain amount of postponements nowadays, but you have to see the ad incoming and then click the postpone button.
If you don't run in Twitch, we'll do it anyway. Wow. Okay. I am old.
Can you say get off my lawn?
Ad is done. Done. All right, cool. Does non-064 have a niche? Yes, that's kind of the point, actually. What about non-null U8? So So non-null U8 is a pointer to a U8, which cannot be null. Well, really shouldn't be null.
Again, the niche is at the 0-bit pattern, so it prints 888888.
I'm gonna give people time
You're
to get the free
but...
point. Come on, click for me. This is just Tokyo channels, just forwarding a bunch of WebSocket messages. Works relatively well. Code meow. Shut up. Come here. Oh, he's coming.
Don't say shut up to the cats. They are doing their best.
I didn't say shut up. I said Sherlock, which is his name.
Oh, Sherlock. Oh, yeah. Right. That's so close.
It's the beginning due to having to do something. Little... Yeah, that's okay. Meow. Cool. Everybody got their free points. Yes, there is a niche in non-null U8. What about car or char or whatever we want to call it?
I say char, the obviously clear abbreviation of character.
You say
everybody knows this.
Car or char? Car?
Char.
You say char.
Makes sense. No, I say char, right? Because character is just misspelled if you think about it.
Someone should make a GIF about it.
Isn't spelled. What's that?
Someone should make a GIF about it.
Oh God, no, they shouldn't.
Okay, what's your answer?
So.
Oh yeah, I also cannot type Tokyo with a Y. I forever brain rot of Tokyo with an I. Yep. See, char is in
thought process. Char is 32 bits.
Yep.
Because UTF-8 nonsense. But and definitely all ASCII characters are allowed, so that takes up all 8 bits of the first word. I honestly don't know enough about UTF-8 to tell you if char has a niche in it, so I don't know.
Let's see what the audience thinks.
Well, I can't see what the audience thinks. No, I timed out. I was going to make a guess.
I'm sorry. Wow. So this was also surprising to me, but car does have a niche. It's in the Rust reference, but basically 32 bits is not enough to represent all the code points. I forget. You can have surrogate pairs, just like in UTF-16. You have 2 cars that go together and they reference something that's in the astral planes or something. So there's a range of values that cannot be in car or char.
Char.
The other person is Luke, my friend. Maybe Luke, should I show you on stream so people see your face?
If you want to. Are you good enough with OBS to do that live?
Of course.
Incredible.
Well, and you're gonna.
I've got such a nice border radius. One corner. Flawless.
Try subscribing to Drop Out the TV and they blocked your credit card? What? Wow. All right, let's keep going. So car has a niche. What about FN pointers? You need Luke to have the same shape as Amos. I mean, I do too, but
I would too like to have their muscular shape, but unfortunately I can't.
Hang on, I think I can do it.
Okay, meanwhile, I'll tell you about my reasoning here, right?
Sure.
I'm going to say it's in the name. An FN pointer, emphasis pointer, is still just a pointer. So I'm going to say the 0 value is not allowed because... Wait. So, actually, come to think of it, in Rust, 0 pointers are allowed. But you're allowed to call this function outside of unsafe, right? So therefore, it's more of a function reference, I guess, because it's always required to be initialized. So it has to have a niche value because the 0-bit pattern is reserved for, like, it is never occupied because there's always a function. And so therefore this prints 8,8. Well, with a new line, but whatever.
You're right.
Way.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, it can't be null. So it's UB to create one that is null.
Very good.
Okay, what about empty tuple? Does empty tuple have a niche?
Empty tuple.
Oh, someone's saying, did I mean to write 812 or 816? I don't know.
Yeah. I suppose it would have been 16 because it tacks on.
So
a whole
Ray March
new
is saying
word.
absolutely not. Like I'm mocking you with this question. I'm setting up the next one. Some questions are easy.
Okay. So I'm going to say there is no niche in something of 0 size, so this has to print 0, 1.
Well, you're right, because Zperk13 is saying like it still needs data to say whether it's some or none. So I'm very curious to hear from the two people who said that no, an option empty tuple can be 0 bytes.
Don't oust them like that. Or I guess you don't oust them.
I just want to talk. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad. I ain't gonna do anything. I just want to talk. Okay, I was setting up this one. Does infallible have a niche? Which I guess is the wrong way to put it, but like, what does this print?
Okay. I think infallible
Meow
is a null size enum, an empty, a 0 size enum, and so therefore it has size 0.
Addy says this doesn't compile because I only use stable. Infallible is stable. Never is not stable yet, but infallible is what you can use instead of never for now.
And in the case of never, the never refers to when it will be stabilized.
I disagree.
I disagree as well, but it's still a funny joke.
I'm newly optimistic about it, but I'm not the one doing it, so maybe I shouldn't. Have you cast your vote, Luke?
My vote is that infallible is a 0 size enum.
Yeah.
Therefore, it has size 0, and therefore it's the same answer as the previous question.
But can you ever have a value of an infallible value? Can you build one?
Can you ever have
an hold it
value
with your hands?
No.
Too late.
I've been had by this quiz.
This is my favorite question of all, and I got half the
It's never that is the empty tuple that can never be constructed. You can definitely have an infallible.
No, you can't. Try it.
But it's a unit struct, isn't it, then?
No, it's not a unit struct. It's an enum with 0 variance. You said it yourself.
Yeah. Okay, I thought it was confusing it with never for a sec. You had me second-guessing myself.
It's essentially the same thing as never.
Has it got repr packed on it or something, then? Why is this incorrect?
What was the question? What?
Why is this... I answered 1, 0.
Yeah.
Why was that incorrect?
Because you cannot have a sum of option infallible. You can only have a none. Because you cannot have an infallible value.
Right. Fair enough. So it detects that one of the variants can never be constructed, and therefore it realizes that it's a 1 variant enum, which is 0 size.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Props to the Rust compiler then. Hadn't thought of that.
Here's a fun one. You know the UX crate? You can have unsigned integers of any width. And you can have a U63.
How would I know that?
It exports all the numbers. Like you can have a U7, you can have a U13, and a U63. Do you think the U63 from that crate has a niche?
I am thinking this. I think... I obviously don't know about the UX crate because I'm a Luddite, but I think that marking a bit pattern as a niche is a compiler intrinsic, and therefore the UX grade will not be able to access that. Mm-hmm. Therefore, it will probably be defined as a U64, and therefore hasn't got a niche, and so therefore this prints 8,16.
I'm going to give a bit more time for the people to answer. Addy is asking for a religious exemption, saying this is terrifying and I am fundamentally opposed to answering this. This is
you got a good set of questions here.
Yeah, you like him?
Yeah, I have no idea what the answers are.
Yeah. All right, I don't think we're getting any more votes. The answer is no, it does not have a niche. However,
Was my reasoning correct?
we can make our own U63 and you can make it have a niche. But this is nightly only.
Right. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So it's got to do with the. This is, I think, unstable. This is not. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, right.
Hell, well,
Fair enough.
well typed Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I need to make a feature for my platform to like let people take the quiz without a presenter or something. Or just like, I should have recorded all this. This should be a video on my freaking channel. I'm stupid. Maybe I'll
We'll
just
be on the VOD. Maybe you can
yeah.
grab it from there.
Yeah. Oh, this one I like. Is there a niche in the padding here? So this is wrapper C. So it's known layout, right? We know that U16 is at offset 0. And then we know that there's 16 bits of padding because this has to be aligned at like alignment 4. So we know there's 16 bits here that don't do anything. So if there's an option S, it could use that to say if it's none or some. But does it?
Ooh, that is rough. So is it
no, because
undefined behavior right to the? Oh wait, yeah, go on.
Addy says no because Rust treats padding as part of the value. Where are you getting your information? I didn't see that in the Rust reference.
Is it undefined behavior in C to write to the padding? Is where my mind would go.
Ray March says no niche padding may never be observed in safe Rust. Addy's sources are. In fact, I made it up. The voices, cool. Padding is interesting. In
I'm
Rust.
going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to say there isn't a niche there because I wouldn't write anything to the padding with a 10-foot pole. That feels scary.
Uh-huh.
I hope it's not doing that because I know that you can be fed some bollocks from C.
Uh-huh. Certain observations destroy
I'm gonna
padding, so
vote.
I don't think you can. Yeah. Wow, 5 people want to believe. Join me. I think we should use padding.
All right. Go on. Your hubris is amusing.
No, it's no. There's no niche here. It's unfortunate, but yeah, padding sucks. This is a completely different style of question. Can we make the contents of main fail to compile by adding code outside of it? So we're not allowed to touch main itself. We can only add code outside of it. Can we make main fail to compile? Again, I fear that people are going to think of very out there solutions like, oh, you add an attribute or whatever, like you change the compiler flag, but no, it's just adding code.
Yeah. I'm
Adding valid
thinking I
code.
add my trait 2. I think I'm going to add my trait 2, my trait number 2,
Yep.
which also defines the function foo. I'm going to implement it for test, and now the compiler no longer knows which foo to call. This is ambiguous, and therefore it doesn't compile. And it really, really is terrible for library maintainers that you can make this code compile by adding a new trait to your crate.
I can see the number of votes going up as you explain exactly the right solution, so I'm gonna cut it off here.
Oh,
yes,
I forgot
that's
to
exactly
vote
it.
myself.
That's exactly it, and that's why adding stuff is not necessarily semver safe. I don't know how cargo semver checks handles that, but const panic, no. Person that is in Amos is Luke. I'm gonna add text. Free type 2. I like that OBS says free type 2. Luke name. Luke. All right, we're back to does this compile?
Does this compile?
Struct.
Whoa.
We're moving out of the field of the struct. And then we're dropping the struct.
So
I should have made that button, the yes
inclined-
button. Yes, maybe, probably.
I think it doesn't.
Ray
Right?
is not a believer.
You got your F. I'm thinking you're going to get drop of partially moved value, or maybe fully moved value even, because you've taken F out of M.
Yeah.
And it's not a reference or anything. So
into works. Chad is asking about into works. That's not the issue.
So I'm going to say it doesn't compile. Even though I suspect I've been thrown here.
NLL is like nonlinear lifetimes. The lifetimes are not. I don't know what this would do. I don't know what this would do under Rust 2015. This is Rust 2024. Chat is tearing itself apart.
I'm sticking with my no.
What did I say? Did I say non-linear lifetimes? Can you imagine?
Maybe I said that.
Second order lifetimes. Fancy optimization. Okay, well, we have enough votes. We had a nice split, actually. No.
Controversial question.
Yeah, it does not compile. Because we cannot pass M to drop because it's partially moved. In this case, it's entirely moved, in fact, but you know.
Yeah, but it doesn't see that, apparently. Yeah. That's what I was uncertain about. Can you mend the struct, this compile?
If you put the F back in the struct, you see?
Yeah. I think you can totally repair it.
Yeah, exactly. Can you pass it to drop? Can you make it whole again?
I think so. And I'm saying this really confidently and hopefully swaying chat my way.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
You definitely know. Come on.
Of course I know.
Blatant lies here on stream.
Did I design this whole thing so that I would be always right? Maybe.
That bug is not convinced
but
by
I
my
wouldn't be surprised that you can't. And you have so little faith in Rust. We're believers here. All right, we have enough.
I believe bigly.
Luke, have you cast your vote?
I have done this time, yeah.
Yes, you can mend the struct again. A pretty split. Yeah, really. Is that the effects of writing facet? No, but for writing facet, I had to learn a lot of things about drop order. Oh, Ray, yeah. It's at the bottom of the stream. But we don't have a lot of questions left. But you go to what.rs. Whoop.
I learned about this when writing functional style code, where you take a value out, apply some function, and then put it back in, and then pass the rest of the struct as is.
Yeah. Well, drop order is interesting, especially when there's panics.
Have you got questions about drop order in it as well?
I didn't have time. I've been working so much to prepare a thing. Oh yeah, what about the same question but with an array of size 1?
I must admit I've never tried this. I know that the drop order in arrays. Oh God, does this compile?
Oh God is pretty much what I'm going for.
I think it does, actually. I think it does. I think you can fix size arrays like this one. You can sort of spread them and pick only the values you like. So it must keep track of it.
You sure?
No, definitely not. That's why I said, oh God.
All right, I'm going to give chat 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, Ray's saying it's not mending. I think it is, because you're moving out of something that's in the array and then you're putting it back. Serious refs only? What? It is moving out, yeah. You can't move out using indexing. Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about. The vote is over. You cannot mend the array.
I had too much faith.
I meant to look that up, but pretty much I think arrays do it special. Like they don't just implement index. Like there's a bunch of traits you can implement on your own types to support like this syntax with brackets and numbers, but arrays and everything don't do that. They do something else so that you can actually move out of them. Am I familiar with the stupid manually drop box T semantics? No. Yeah, so that one, the like you cannot move out of an array, a non-copy array, I found out by just going through all the error messages of Rusty. Just like, so this is 508.
I'm inclined to agree with that you can't move out of that array.
But why can you do that with a struct and not an array?
Just that's how indexing on arrays works.
Yeah.
I think it'll say, if you try this, it will say something like, consider borrowing, yeah.
Moving a manually dropped box T is UB if it has already been dropped. My brain is too tired to think about this. This one's fun. Are you ready? Const or not? Well, this is not actually... Okay, statically tracking the positions in the array that have been moved out of would be weird. Yeah, but if you can have a struct with 1,000 fields and it's going to track every field, so... But yeah, I don't know. It's an array, it's not a vec. I don't know. Can you pattern match on the array to move elements out?
That I think you can do, because then if you do that, Rust knows you're moving out of the whole array.
Yeah.
But you can't do it by element like Amos did.
Yeah. Yeah, it's moving only one.
Is it incorrect? Oh, you went back one, didn't you?
Yeah, I went back.
Humiliating me twice.
Sorry. Let's move on to this little fun bit of code. What does this print? If anything.
I think it's been a while since I worked with atomics, but this looks right. So I'm going to say 128. Sequentially consistent is the most.
That is a primer for the next question. You're right. Another ad. All right, enjoy the ad. Okay, so we have 57. Yeah. That's correct. If we have a static and it's an atomic U size, we store 128, we load, we have 128. Is that what you voted, Luke?
I got correct. What was the question again? Oh yeah. It all seemed right.
All right. So
sequentially consistent is the most strict requirement, so this can't really go wrong now, can it?
Next up, same thing, but it's no longer a static. It's a const now. Does this compile? Does this print 0? Does this print 128? No, it's always going to be the same ordering.
Going with it.
I'm not touching ordering. I haven't read the book from Mara about atomics.
I'm going to say
I have it somewhere.
This does compile, but every instance of you using a const is essentially creating like a separate instance of it. So it's going to print 0, unfortunately. And it might even throw in a nice warning for you. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's back.
I have the book. I just need to read it.
Mara's book.
Yes, Mara's book.
I've heard good things about, but not yet acquired.
I'm curious about the people's vote on this. Wow, 8 people thought this would not compile. Not only does it compile, but it also, does it actually do any warnings? I'm not sure it even warns you about it. Probably does. No, it doesn't. No warnings.
All right. Nice and confusing.
What? It's fun. There's a Clippy lint for that. Right. That's right. Yeah, I thought I remembered something. Yeah, Clippy says named constant with interior mutability and then borrow of a named constant with interior mutability. Did you mean to make this a static item? Blah, 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 blah. You can discover it after you commit on the CI. Well, it's better than nothing. Okay, what about this one?
Just add Clippy to your pre-commit hook. Oh God, what's he doing now? Oh, okay. Use, okay, and then we create our const. We assign.
There's a leaderboard at the end, by the way. So if you stick it out, we're like, I think 5 slides away from knowing, like having the everyone's points.
Okay, so I'm thinking you can take references to const in statics because, like, you can take a reference to say 3 as a static variable. So I'm thinking we are back. Use AA both times. I think we're back to printing 1 to 8. I think. But I feel like we're also doing crimes here, Amos.
No, this one does not compile. Wow, you fooled like 15 people. Yeah, this one does not compile, and I have the error message here. Interior mutable shared borrows of temporaries that have their lifetime extended until the end of the program are not allowed. So the problem here...
Read that sentence out loud and tell me Russ isn't a cult.
Yeah. So the problem is that we're taking a reference to something that has interior mutability. So yeah, with a cell, it would also error out. And this is not Clippy, this is not a warning, this is a hard error.
So Rust actively knows which structs have got interior mutability and which don't?
I think so, because the only way that's not UB to do it is unsafe cell somewhere. And it sees every type.
Well, no. I could use raw pointers to make interior mutability.
Eddie is saying freeze. What freeze? We're such fools. Yeah, this is easy. I told you this was an easy quiz. Freeze is in trait. Okay, cool. Not as in the stream. We're nearing the end. This is a fun one. Does this compile? Easy. Well, this should be golfed down. I think it doesn't need to be that many lines of code. Me thinks it would be nicer to have quiz questions for common cases. There's mostly corner cases, one right away. I don't disagree. I think the rest of the internet is busy making those.
Yeah, well, we can have some fun with it.
Yeah, I specifically looked for questions that made me go, huh. Like,
okay,
yeah.
I have formulated an answer. I don't think drop is const. So, and you've created a tuple here that's got two instances of drop type.
Yeah.
The first one of which needs to be dropped after this while this expression evaluates or after it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's allowed. So I'm going to say no.
That's a completely valid point of view. I'm going to engage in chat discourse while we wait for more votes. Very much. I was happy when I just joined. Now I'm not sure. Yeah, the making quizzes for more common cases, I think, would be a Rust course, which there's very good ones. I think this is specifically because this is rehearsal for torturing my co-host on the podcast, Self-Directed Research, and testing his knowledge. Oh, where did we go? Oh, we're back. Are you okay? What made you think of these things? Is weakening allowed on droppable types in static at all? I don't know what that means. Wait, drops aren't called for statics. Let people think about it. Yeah, what's weakening?
I'm so ready to be completely shocked and horrified at how statics are actually evaluated.
No, it's completely reasonable. I've met Ollie twice, and he's a completely reasonable person. What's weakening my sanity right now? Fair enough. We're still getting votes. All right. Wow,
Hey.
50-50. Jeez.
Another controversial one.
So I want to hear from the yes crowd in chat.
The people who are wrong.
Yeah, the people who are wrong. What's your reasoning?
Yeah, what is the
I will
error,
show the
Amos?
error. The error is right around the corner. Flip of coin. All right, fair enough. Yeah. So the
I
person.
read.
So you, Luke, and someone in chat both said something like
Mm-hmm.
drop is not const,
Mm-hmm.
and you're wrong
Am
because
I?
internally drop is const. It's just our implementation of drop that isn't
Yeah, but
const.
it can't look through the trait and see that it's actually a const trait.
There's a question in this
Because
slide. This is not just an error message. It's like, can we fix it with nightly? Is nightly sufficiently advanced for us to fix it and make it
yes.
work?
Yes. Yes, it is. We can in nightly we can say implement drop for
Unleash the mirror
the
inside you.
drop type. And then we can go const fn drop. So I'm going to say yes.
Raymarsh says one more way in which drop is a special case. A bunch of traits are becoming const slowly. Yes, we can fix it with nightly, and this is what it looks like. So the new things are opting into these two features: const trait impl and const destruct. And impl const drop, and then you don't have to like say const fn for all the fn's of the trait. They're all implicitly const. But yeah, it's I forgot what the syntax was. I thought it would be const impl or like impl with a tilde const or something. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all this being stabilized. It's going to be really, really nice. Yeah, can you imagine like freeing all the memory is going to do at compile time? So we're going to save so much time. All right, this is the last one, I think. Is this undefined behavior? And I will not say anything.
So, okay, let's think out loud here, right? That's the idea, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Me against chat, and then they just steal my answer, even though it's wrong, and that's how I win. Let S is unsafe, maybe an init. Right, so this is a struct, which is zero, this is going to be zero memory, and we're going to assume it's initialized.
So it like
in so doing,
that's the first unsafe block. Yeah. Do you think there's UB in that?
Yes, I think so.
Already?
Because you are interacting with the padding of the struct. I don't think you can go on and set that to
Addy
0.
Addy, bad Addy, no cookie. This is technically UB, but it will still work. This is not how UB works. If it's UB, we don't do it. Of course it works. That's not the point.
I'm going to say yes, this is UB.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking we're not getting past the first unsafe block. Nonetheless, let's just read the second one as well. Saying slice. But you weren't going to say anything, were you?
Yeah.
So fair enough.
Yeah, but you're looking at the wrong place, so I'm kind of pissed. Also, it's the last one. I'm going to bed after this.
Okay. Well, you can rest safely knowing that I already caught it at the first block, where you're observing padding, which is not allowed.
What do you mean I'm observing padding?
You're setting it as you're interacting with padding, which is not allowed, I don't think.
It is. It absolutely is.
You sure?
You can write to padding, and you can read from padding. It's absolutely fine.
Okay. So okay, let's humor you, even though this is not already a UB. Slice from raw parts mutable.
Is from raw parts taking the length of the byte size? It's taking. It doesn't matter because we're passing a pointer to a U8.
Wait, so you're taking S as
But yeah, it's taking the
Mutable
length.
pointer.
It's just UB to compare paddings to each other, I think. No. It's UB
Okay.
to read an uninitialized memory.
My
My next quiz is gonna be 46 questions about padding. Because you all need Jesus.
Okay, my next issue is I think that after you call s.as mutable pointer, which doesn't move s, does it? Because it's called as and not into. Not that I've ever interacted with this function. So after the second unsafe block, you've still got access to s, and you've still got access to slice. And you've created another slice that aliases that same memory.
No, because S is not referenced after that. So it's not aliasing, actually.
It's still in scope, so it's UB, isn't it?
No, this is not how it works. You can have like 4 mutable reference to something. If you only use one of them, it's fine. The other ones don't really exist until you use them.
And then you take the size of the thing, which should take into account the padding just normally.
Yes.
So, and then you print the whole thing, which should be all zeros, and that's a valid bit pattern. All right, well.
So
and then the question becomes: is it allowed to write?
People in chat are talking about the salient issue, which is like, okay, we are reading padding, which might not be initialized, but the question is, why would it not be initialized? We're zeroing the whole thing.
That's definitely initialized memory,
right? We're calling zeroed. So
yeah, the padding is after A. That's definitely initialized. Okay, well, you've convinced me that it isn't UB, even though when I click this, I know I'm going to get it wrong for some stupid reason, but I'm still going to do it. We're not metagaming here.
The padding could well change after the assignment, couldn't it? You're getting too close to the truth. Okay, bye. Good night. It is UB. Yes, it is. It is UB. Alice is right. So zeroed actually does write 0 to every single byte that is it probably can pass to memset, but like it does 0 every byte of memory that's allocated. But then as soon as it returns from zeroed, not even assume init also fucks with the padding, but whoops, I said fuck, hi Twitch. But as soon as it returns from zeroed, it already the padding is not initialized anymore, and reading from it doesn't work. But if we were to like the slice, if we were to make it mutable and then write 0 back to everything and then read back from that, it would be fine. But as soon as we like move an S somewhere, the padding gets deinitialized. It's probably still 0 in memory, but the compiler optimizes operating on the, on the theory that it's not initialized and it can just ignore things. It is, yeah, it's reasonable, but
it's not reasonable. It's a load of bollocks.
I think that's why it's not actually. This is linked to the question about is Rusty using padding as a niche? Is it using it to put the discriminant? And it's not, because you would lose the niche value. You would lose the niche value anytime you move or like return or assign or anything. So. I guess it does. Like if you pass this to a function, I don't think it's gonna copy A and B separately and just omit the padding, but the compiler assumes that it's uninitialized, and sometimes you can do optimizations with that, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe you could memcopy less data if it turns out nice or something.
Yeah, I think it's in some cases it's using that fact to do something. That's why we don't do UB, even though it's fine in theory, is because just like in C, if you have anything UB, it can delete your whole program, essentially. Like it's valid to do that because you're doing something that should never happen. So pretty much.
It's actually UB to cause UB, isn't it?
Oh, there's an optimization called scalar decomposition, which moves struct members into registers and operates on those. In this case, padding is lost. Yeah, exactly, Fazilici. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, this one would almost definitely. So the thing that I'm doing we're gonna go to the first of all. I'm sorry, we're gonna go to the final results, and we have a winner. We have number one. The problem is I don't let people set their own nicknames for obvious moderation reasons. I'm gonna be presenting, so I'm not gonna be able to check what people say. Dazzling goldfish. All right. Coming in at rank 8, Z-Perk 13. Who's Enthusiastic Chicken? You also have on your phones or whatever you told us. Uwucha and Small. Number 1. Congrats. Are any of these offensive? This is just adjective name. Gleaming Crocodile, Smart Thread. Glorious Mink. Smart Cockroach. Okay. Oh, Super Caribou. That one's fun. Fluffy Narwhal. Cool. Add persistence
Just
to
reading
local
all the
storage.
names.
Yeah, so I wanted to do a lot more things. I wanted to have like sessions so you can reload and whatnot, and yeah, have actual nicknames. I wanted to have login with GitHub, but sorry, Luke, you were saying?
Are you just reading all the names and chuckling at them?
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe you can edit this tomorrow on the train. That'll be great, won't it?
Sure, I could. I'm glad you have fun.
Always nice to edit stuff after we tested it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the next one. Maybe I should do more of these. It's fun.